Recently, I've had to be in North Carolina quite a bit, and I decided to visit some paranormal hotspots while I was there. I think I've already showed you guys one or two of those explorations, investigations, whatever you want to call it, but I have yet another one today to share with you guys. In Newton, North Carolina sits what is said to be one of the oldest churches in the area, and it is called Old St. Paul's Lutheran Church. Old St. Paul's Lutheran Church was built in 1818 by an 18-year-old. For it to be as old as it is in pristine condition. I'm sure the town takes care of it insanely well. But it's not really in operation per se. I think it said on the sign that they have certain days you can come in. I think it's on Sunday. But across the street, they built a really big church that now is used for service. On top of there being a beautiful church there, where there's a church, there's typically a beautiful cemetery, and it is behind it and beside of it. Now, when I was hunting paranormal stories for this place, I really didn't find anything involving the cemetery, which is wild because I had an experience in the cemetery, so I know some of y'all have some stories from this cemetery. It cannot just be me, but I'll get to my story at the very end. Now, I wanted to tell you guys two of the main stories that come out of this church. And the backstory of the first one is really upsetting and sad. I just want to give you guys that warning. With this church being so old, it was of course standing during the times of slavery in this country, and the story has a bit to do with that. So I just want to let you guys know it's not a fun story by any means. It's very sad. So the first haunting story is said to originate from a slave that escaped a nearby plantation and ran into the church to try and hide, get away, whatever he was doing, and he made it upstairs to the balcony where actually they separated the white from black during church services, and he got up there and his life was taken from him by the people that were chasing him. It's said that you can still hear him moving around in the balcony, and there is also a red stain on the ground that is said to be from him that's just kind of stayed there. There's also a phantom organ sound that radiates through the walls of this church. Unfortunately, I did not hear it, and when I tell you I was listening for it because I wanted to hear it so badly, but I didn't hear it. But many people have said to experience that whenever they visited this property. I went, I think it was either on a Friday or Saturday. I know it wasn't open to go inside. I don't necessarily know if I would have went inside of this location, but I didn't have an option. I did take some footage. I think at one point I put my phone up to the window so you can kind of see inside, but I'll show you that. Let me tell you guys though, before I do that, about the story that I had, the experience I had. So it happened whenever I was walking, and you'll see it in the video, and I'll even put a little pop-up so you know like where to look and see if you guys hear anything or anything. But I was walking beside the church over to the front, and I saw a woman out of the corner of my eye. It looked like she was wearing a big poofy dress and a hat. And I thought someone was just walking through the cemetery. So like I said, saw her out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look to say hi because she was kind of close to me, and there was nothing there. It didn't feel like a bad energy at all. It just felt like a spirit wandering the headstones is all it felt like. I feel like I remember saying something in my ear, but that has happened at legitimately every cemetery that has said to be haunted that we visited recently. So I recommend stopping by for sure and taking a stroll through the cemetery. It's very peaceful and it's very beautiful. And the fact that it's such an old building and is still standing in such good condition is super cool. But yeah, here is that footage, and I hope you guys enjoy. It's pretty. There it goes. It's so pretty. The church is open on Sunday between 2 and 5. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty cemetery.